Alrighty, folks. It's that time of the week. I mean, I'm not really on a schedule anymore, but I'm still doing my stream at the same exact time as I always have been. It's Wednesday afternoon. Welcome back. We're going to be playing some Tekken 6. Yeah, Tekken 6. This is a long-running fighting game franchise I have played quite a bit of over the years. However, I kind of stopped after Tekken 5. For some reason, I got the urge to try some Tekken 6 recently, and just the other day, I ended up picking up the Tekken 6 limited edition box set, which comes with an arcade stick, which I'll show off in a little bit, as well as a pretty cool art book and a version of the game that comes with the nice, shiny, reflective slipcover, which is pretty cool. So I'll show you guys those things in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I got hooked on Tekken with Tekken 4, then I worked my way back to Tekken Tag and Tekken 3, and then I played Tekken Tag in particular religiously in the arcades for several years. And then got on the competitive bandwagon with Tekken 5, so I played that quite a lot as well and really enjoyed it. But then, you know, our arcades shut down. I didn't really have anybody to play with competitively anymore, and so I just kind of got out of it, and fighting games as a whole. So, you know, Tekken 6 came out at one of those moments in my life where I just wasn't really focused on fighting games anymore. And, but I still like going back to them every now and then. I still do fire up some of the old Tekkens, like over on Twitch. I'll just, you know, do some random fighting game streams, and it's good times. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to trying this out. From what I've, like, the couple of practice rounds I tried, it looks like it's got a lot of Tekken 5's DNA in it. It's very similar. Even some of, like, my old combos still worked and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing around with this. Should be a fun time. I've got this listed as blind stream because I haven't really played much of Tekken 6 at all. So most of this is going to be blind to me. I've never done a full arcade run or anything like that. And apparently there's a scenario campaign mode where it plays more like a beat 'em up, like kind of like Tekken Forces back in the day, or Tekken Force. So, but yeah, it should be a fun time. So. But yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. I see Meg is out there. Megasis. Retroactive Kevin, what's going on? Uber Disco, Quake Nerd, and Dad is here already. Dad's here early. Normally he shows up late. And I see Timu. I am late, Timu. I was like 5 minutes late. Freddy, welcome back, dude. Hope you're doing well. Baron and Link Hart. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 is the last good Tekken? I don't know. Your opinion? I've heard a lot of people love Tekken 7, so I haven't played Tekken 7 yet, but I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe one of these years I'll play it. Hey, Granus, welcome back, and Tenchi 3. How are you all doing today? By the way, Meg, I appreciate you posting those patch emotes in the chat earlier. That made me smile. So I love people popping in before the stream starts, and I see random like posts and icons and emotes posted. It's always good stuff. So Baron only owns a 360, so you never played Tekken 6. Well, Tekken 6 is on 360. That is exactly what we're playing it on. Tekken 6 was the first Tekken to go multi-platform, apparently. So it was originally an arcade game in 2007, and then in 2009 it was ported to PS3, PSP, and Xbox 360. I'm actually kind of curious now how the 360 version compares to the PS3 one, because apparently the arcade version was based on the PS3's hardware. Very much like some older Namco arcade hardware was based on other Sony platforms as well. So I'm really curious how the conversion went to Xbox 360. I'm going to have to look into that some other time. So... only reason you haven't played Tekken 7 is the DLC Money Pit. Busting out the caps, hell yeah. Hey, Sin City and John Evan Bear. Man, we got a bunch of people in here early. Some people that normally show up late. That's really cool. So thank you guys for stopping in. You've honestly never even seen a Tekken game. Oh man. Well, here you go. You always stuck with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Yeah, that's how I was in the early days of Tekken. But when I got to my first year of college, my only year of college, I'd skip classes and play in their local arcade. There was an arcade on the campus, and yeah, they had a Tekken 4 machine, and because, you know, I was at school and bored, I would put money into it, and then during class we had access to computers, so I would go online and look up, you know, Tekken 4 strategies, and that's what got me into the series. Before that, I had kind of shunned it. I wasn't very open-minded back then, which is unfortunate because it's come to be one of my favorite fighting game franchises. They play really well, and they're very smooth, and I like how the juggles work and stuff like that. And then generally I like the aesthetics as well. I like the visuals, and I love the soundtracks and all that stuff. So, hey Andrew, welcome back. Oh man, Tekken 6 is rather controversial when it comes to balance. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Dusting off the Xbox 360 today. Nice. Yeah, I actually was going to play this directly from my Xbox One, but I was like, you know what, I got the actual disc. I'm going to actually run it on my actual 360, so we get those, like, original load times and everything. I haven't installed it to my hard drive on here, it's just straight from the disc, so everything you see here with load times and all that stuff, it's pretty much about as genuine as you get, so... You want to see the Domino's tracker tonight? No, Meg, I would love to, but I ate through 2 Papa John's pizzas from Sunday through Tuesday morning. It's about all I ate for 2.5 days straight. So probably no pizza tonight. My my diabetes does not like that stuff. I have to be better about that stuff. But I did exercise a lot last week, and I exercised a lot this week too, so it's not as bad since, you know, I did that, but okay. So before we actually kick things off, as always, I want to give a shout out to all the patrons and whatnot. So as always, guys, thank you very much to all those that support my channel via places like Patreon. I do have a couple videos in the works, actually 2. I thought it was just going to be 1 today, but I ended up getting the motivation. I just whipped out another Let's Play like that. So I've got multiple videos coming up soon, so for all you guys that are backing on Patreon, watch out for those. You'll get those as early access videos once they're ready. And if anyone's interested in supporting my channel / show via places like Patreon, you want to get some Let's Plays and other long plays early, consider joining up. Links in the description box below. Also, thanks to everyone that's been doing live stream super chats. Huge shout outs to Mike J, Dad1153, Jeff Metal 42, Tenchi 3, and the one, the only, Timu, who all did super chats on my Arkanoid stream from Saturday. And by the way, I posted the archive to that yesterday, so that is there for anyone that wants to see that. I did actually beat that game on 1 credit, and I ended up playing other versions of Arkanoid as well. We did some arcade versions. I showed off some computer versions. It was pretty cool, pretty fun time. So, but also, lastly, thanks to everyone that's continuing to back via channel memberships. If you want to support the channel, kind of like on Patreon, but you'd rather do it through YouTube itself and get some real funky emotes, consider joining up as a YouTube channel member. What's really cool is YouTube implemented this feature a couple months ago, where you can actually use my emotes, those custom patch emotes and Doom Guy and whatever, in the comment sections of my videos. So, you know, if you ever post a comment on one of my videos, feel free to spam those emotes. So it's fun stuff. So, but okay, so before we actually start playing the game, hi, I'm an actual human being. For those of you guys that, for some reason, think I'm a robot. 2 reasons I'm doing this. For one, this is the stick that we're using. I actually have a better stick. This guy right here, which is the Hori RAP. This is my baby. It's a Xbox 360 and Xbox One stick. But I bought the Tekken 6 limited edition because for one, I wanted to actually kind of try out this stick. I haven't used one of these types of Horis in a long time. This is definitely a cheaper end Hori. But I was actually really enjoying this stick. For one, it's just completely wireless. It takes 2 AA batteries. So there's the compartment right there. And it's very lightweight. It's very low profiles. It's only about this tall. And despite the cheaper parts, the stick is actually really firm. So it worked really well for like shoot 'em ups. I was playing some Escaludo 2 and Mushihime-sama the other night. So yeah, this is what we're going to be playing with. Yeah, I put some fresh batteries in it, so it should be good. But also, I've got something special for you guys. Look at who it is. She joined us early. She's actually been sleeping here for about an hour and a half now. 2 hours. And so hopefully she'll be hanging out with us for much of the stream. And shout outs to Meg out there in the chat, who apparently has her kitty hanging out with her too. So it's a kitty session today, guys. You've been meaning to get a Hori yourself for shmumps. Yeah, Dasan, definitely do it, man. Definitely do it. Definitely do it. Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 2 is easier and more tolerable AI-wise. Yeah, it is. I definitely recommend playing that version if you want a better time with MK2. Adam, what's going on, Adam? How are you doing, man? Oh, man. Your Chonkus left you. I'm sure they'll be back. Oh, man. For anybody curious, I did actually pick this up on 3DO the other day. Got it from the store. We tried playing it on Twitch last night. 3 hours in, I got to the final level and got a game over and had to do the whole thing over, so I gave up. But yeah, we might stream that here sometime. We'll see. I need to go back and try to beat it. But yeah, Patchouli's here hanging out with me, so we'll switch over to her occasionally. Hey, Jason. Jason says, "You're a cyborg. You can't fool me." Sexer tried getting into fighting games once. MK2 on Genesis was very hard just to get past the first guy and very easy for you. Ended up just giving up. Well, I mean, I wouldn't start with Mortal Kombat 2, honestly. I mean, if you're going to start with the Mortal Kombat, I would start with the first one. You enjoyed Keto Pizza tonight. It was a great time. I need to hit you up, Meg, about that. I need to start getting on more of like a ketogenic diet to, yeah. Just to get off of, not get off carbs completely, but basically go more low carb. The only problem with the ketogenic diet for me is that, like, I also have a fatty liver disease. So it's like, I can't eat lots of carbs and I can't eat lots of saturated fats either, or fats in general. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And, but I definitely need to go more in the ketogenic direction. Just one of my issues right now is I do still eat a lot of bread, like sandwiches and stuff like that. So keto bread is the best thing in your life next to meatball. Oh, hell yeah. Look at her. It's playful Patchy now. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall off. Don't fall off, girl. Yeah, my friend Ronnie, which he might actually pop in here in a little bit, because he usually does, tells me that you can make cauliflower like pizza crust. So I want to try that sometime, but I'm very lazy about it. So, all right, there you go. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and let's play some Tekken 6. I'm sure there's some people out there shouting at the screen like, "We don't care about the cats. We don't care about your diet. We'll see some video games." Well, video games it is then. Yeah, Baron, apparently that's how it was for a lot of people. I'm kind of glad I did not experience Tag first. I mean, I technically did, but I was such a hardened Dreamcast fanboy at the time that I just shunned it. I didn't really see what was great about it. So I kind of started with Tekken 4 in terms of playing the game seriously. Yeah, so I have a major soft spot for Tekken 4. I still love how it looks and sounds and plays, but going back to Tekken Tag after that and learning the tag system and learning more characters, and I see why Tekken 4 it seemed like a downgrade for a lot of people. It makes sense to me, you know, in hindsight. So, but I still love Tekken 4. We'll definitely do a Tekken 4 PS2 stream. I have the Japanese version of that game. I need to see if I've unlocked all the characters in it. If I haven't, I need to do that before I stream it. And then we'll probably end up doing like a Tekken 5 stream as well. I do still have Tekken 5 on PS2. They sell cauliflower crust frozen. Right on. He bakes keto. It's amazing. Nice. Hell yeah. Cauliflower and broccoli every day. Nice, Timu. Oh, man. Yeah, so Dead or Alive, that was me back in the day, Uber Disco. Dead or Alive, I was much more impressed by, and I used to tell people I much preferred that game. The fact is, I hadn't really played any of Tekken. So we're going to do the offline mode. We're just going to do arcade battle to start. Thankfully, a lot of the characters I'm familiar with, they still have a lot of the same movesets from previous games. Also, this game, I don't know if these are all the characters. I thought that there were more characters, or maybe everything's unlocked from the beginning. I don't know. But we're going to start off with Julia here. She was one of my primary characters in several games prior to this. And, oh, and actually, I think I need to, I think I might need to change my controls, because this arcade stick is... Actually, no, I think it might be set up right. But yeah, Dead or Alive was a very impressive game. I mean, Dead or Alive 2 and on, they were very impressive visually, and that's really why I liked them. But the gameplay in Tekken, I think, is just a lot more fun. Yeah, I don't know, just my 2 cents. I feel like Dead or Alive is... I'm sure there can be a lot of skill there, but the parry system makes it so, like, any new player can just get up and mash buttons and they'll just, like, be parrying everything you do, and it's very frustrating. At least it was back in the day, so... but Tekken felt like you couldn't get as far with just mashing the buttons. Like, whenever some dude would come up on the arcade machine and just mash his way through, you know, we would play him and just annihilate him. It's just, you know, it's like, it's pure skill versus luck. It's kind of what the difference is. But Dead or Alive seems to be one of those things where it tries to bridge... I don't know. It's more like based on luck, it almost seems like, than skill. Or maybe not more, but there's definitely a greater pull in the direction of luck with how that parry system works and how easy it is to parry things. So I'm sure if you pit like 2 like top level players together, it's really interesting. But if you toss in like some beginners, even with some more experienced players, like they're probably gonna parry half of the moves, and it's just, yeah, it's more mash friendly, I guess. That's a good way of putting it in Uber Disco. So, but yeah, this is Julia. She's got this awesome elbow. So you just do double tap forward and left punch, and she'll do that. And she can also do this jump attack, just like that, which is right kick and then left kick as you jump forward. D-Wave 4 was the worst when it came to the reversals. Later games were better. Okay, nice. So she's got this really awesome move. It's like sort of quarter circle forward, left punch, and then right punch. And it comes out super fast. And then I love also doing this one where you duck on the ground and then sort of rotate diagonally down and forward, and then press right kick and then left kick. Just like that. No, that catches a lot of players off guard. So Tekken does have high blocking and low blocking, and then I think you also have mid attacks as well. And so that sort of sweep move I just did. Julia doesn't have a kitty head though. Yeah, I know who you were talking about earlier, Meg, with the kitty head. Yeah, there's a guy named King. He's a wrestler, and he wears a cat mask. So I know who you were talking about. I was like, is there an actual cat character in the game? I was like, no. And then after I talked to you, I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot about King. If you press both right buttons together, you can throw characters. And I think in this one, you can do it with both left buttons as well. In Tekken 4, if you press both left buttons, you would actually push the character into a specific direction, like a wall or something like that. So Now, I did some reading up before playing this, and apparently Tekken 6 introduced this rage mode where when your life bar gets low, it starts flashing and you go into rage mode and your character does a lot more damage. So, can people suggest games I will stream? I mean, you can suggest all day. Good chances are I might ignore them. I don't usually take requests, but you know, things people do request, I do keep in mind, because, I mean, maybe it lines up with what I already am planning on doing, or what I already want to do. But generally, it's like, you can request, but I might just ignore it. And if you request too many times, I might get annoyed, which is bad. Minjad says, Lily is my favorite. Nice.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, DOA 3... actually sold me on the Xbox Uber Disco. Like, that was like the first jaw drop moment I had experienced in a couple of years by that point. Breakable walls. Yeah, you're right. I had just realized that. I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't happen in any other Tekken game. So we are fighting against... Are we fighting against Lee? Yeah, it actually doesn't show the characters' names, which is interesting. It looks like Lee. Mega Man X3 on Genesis. King was always my character. Dasan's Meg's favorite now. There you go, Dasan. Okay. Oh, man. So one thing I've been doing is, you know, for those of you guys that don't know, I picked up a side job at the local game store. And my job there is to basically, like, go through their inventory, stuff that's not in their inventory technically, but stuff they have, and basically spend time testing the items and cleaning them up and fixing them if they're broken. And so what I've been doing the last couple weeks is I have a 360 hooked up to one of my testing stations, and I found a copy of Tekken 6. And I was like, oh, so Tekken 6 is supposed to have good music, right? And so I fired it up and just put, you know, the characters in the practice mode and just left it up as a jukebox while I do my work. And so I'm actually familiar with all these tunes already, because I've cycled through all of them this past week. So, yeah, I remember this tune as well. There's some really good music in this game. Some of the tunes are just like, eh. But other tunes they're going to become some of my favorites. Resident Evil and a Cobra Kai game for NES? I did not. I'm going to guess they're just homebrews or hacks or something like that. Yeah, no, I had no idea. Don't annoy Austin, please. Am I excited for Diablo 2 Resurrected? Not really. I think it's awesome they're doing it, but I've never even finished Diablo 2, so... By the way, Meg, here's the kangaroo I was talking about. And he's got a little baby kangaroo in his patch, too. Or is it a her? A she? I don't remember. Yeah, there's also a bear, and there's also a palette swap. Not really a palette swap, but there's a swap of the bear that's also a panda. Those are long-running Tekken characters. Glad that still works. That makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I don't have to learn anything. I can just jump right in. Internet Junkie, welcome back. But yeah, the Diablo 2 looks cool. So, you know, it's awesome for fans of the game. But I've been telling myself if I really want to play Diablo 2, I'm just going to play the original version on original hardware. Because I have a Windows 98 machine and a Windows XP machine I would run it on. So, yeah. Yeah, so whenever I finally get around to actually beating Diablo 2 for the first time, I want to do it on original hardware. Okay. Oh, She was in rage mode. That hurt. Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, he was called Roger. That's right. Oops. See, one thing I'll have to do is, like, learn how to juggle off that, that launcher.
You win. Final round.
Oh, that's mean, Timu. Oh, that is mean. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, nice. I wouldn't have got that if she didn't roll back. So, when you get knocked down onto the ground, you can tap the left button to roll in one direction. If you hold back, you'll actually roll backwards. And you can also roll forward. And then if you press both punches together when you're rolling backwards or forwards, you'll lunge at your opponents. It's kind of risky, but you know, when you're playing against the CPU, it's, you know, you can get away with it. Extra stage. What is this? Holy crap, did they add... Okay, nice. That's pretty cool. I mean, they've always had, like, sort of boss characters in the Tekken games, but not quite like this. This is interesting. And I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here.
Get ready for the next battle.
So it's like a bonus stage. That's pretty cool. Didn't put me into a game over state. The King of Iron Fist.
Round one. Fight.
So I guess you can activate some power moves. Like you can press all 4 buttons together and it for some reason works. It does something. Nice.
You win.
Streamer, please get good. I'm trying, man. Okay.
You win. Get ready for
Julia approves with a thumbs up. Man, Pachulia is passed out. I'm surprised she's in here so early, sleeping. But I guess that's what cats do. They generally sleep, right?
fight.
Okay. Okay. I lose, yeah. Well aware of that, thank you. I feel like I have to charge up like that. Hey, Chris. Well, that's that. That's cool. So do Mega C's. Every Tekken fan hates, huh? Hate is such a strong word, man. Why do y'all have to be haters? Why does everyone gotta hate everything? It's the worst final boss in the series? I don't know, man. I think it seems kind of cool. I mean, pretty much every final boss I played up before this has been pretty much just like button mashing. I mean, just... I don't know. Like, when I think Tekken, I don't usually think final boss. Or final bosses, so... I don't know, this is interesting. We'll see how I feel after I fight him a few times. This is just my first time. Oops. Oh, why did that miss? That was garbage. Okay. Well then. I guess, like, I don't have to do the charge up. It just felt like I had to. I guess you have to just hit him where those bracelets are. Hating is overrated. It's right, man. No, I don't know. It didn't work that time. Well, apparently I can sweep him as well. Haha, take my little foot tap. Ow. Ow. Roulette, huh? That's new to me.
Continue.
It's just an option. Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering because like I seem to connect much better with my attacks when I did charge. That's why I kept trying it.
Spirits.
Round one. Fight.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. It's just a crapshoot. Whoa there. Nice. Is he a dragon? He sort of looks like one. Oh, I just noticed the cockroaches. Are they even cockroaches? They might be something else. They look kind of big for cockroaches. Interesting that he does chip damage. Easy. If I play Plutonia 2, I have not. Nope.
You win.
Yeah, so arcade mode doesn't usually have endings in these games. So it looks like this is no different. You just get a credits roll. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thanks, Timu. Oh, man. Man, I am super tired today. I've been getting like 4 hours of sleep each night at the most, and it's by the time Wednesday hits and I'm done with my 40 hours at my main job, I'm wiped out. I've been trying to make it a point to get better sleep recently, but I've been doing pretty poorly at it. These last couple weeks in particular. You can't skip the credit? Oh, I haven't tried. I've never seen the credits, so I don't want to skip it. I want to see what there is, if there's anything. You get one phone call today and it's already over. This is just arcade mode. We're gonna play again and again. Then there's like a campaign mode that's more like a beat 'em up apparently. Hey Mernin and Sack, welcome back. So I'll probably do that again, arcade mode, but I'll play as a different character. I want to try Yoshimitsu. Yeah, definitely design. Absolutely. I mean, it generally helps with your mental well-being, for one, but also means that you don't get, you know, you're less likely to get tired halfway through your shift. Like, I was good today until about noon, and then I just felt like just falling over. Is there a mode that'll get you CG endings? Yeah, I mean, there's a story mode where the scenario campaign, maybe not on the traditional offline mode, but I do know that you've got the scenario campaign. And I don't know if you get the choice of playing as multiple characters in that, but I do know that you play, I guess you play as Lars. Is that his name? I think that's his name. We're going to do this again. Unfortunately, I don't have Xbox Live Gold, so I don't have a way of doing, I don't have a way of playing online, unfortunately, so. Yeah, he is Xenoblade's #1 publicist. For sure. Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu was actually the first character I ever played as in any Tekken game. And he was my main character in both Tekken 4 and Tekken Tag. So I'll be interested to see if his moveset is somewhat similar. King! I might try King later tonight, Meg, if you're still here and hanging out. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, this is totally different. Holy crap. Yoshi, what did they do to you? Where's my uppercut? My uppercut that was in 5 different Tekken games. Man, they really changed Yoshi. I don't even know what to do now. Oh yeah, this is totally different. At least that's similar. What? Yoshi's not in Soul Calibur. I don't know about Soul Blade. I barely ever played that. Just want to keep you around. Of course. What's wrong with Tekken 7? Yeah, people are very mixed on Tekken 7, Adam. I've heard people that love it, and then others that just, like, they hate it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. I've seen people play it, and it looks pretty good to me. Aquas was playing it for a little while. I was like, well, if Aquas likes it, I'll probably like it. Okay, well, at least this move is still here. Does he have like a rising uppercut or anything? Okay, he's still got that. Xenoblade is God. It is amazing, Chris. I agree. Yoshimitsu is actually in probably every Soul Calibur game. He wasn't in Soul Calibur 1. Unless he was like an unlockable, but I don't believe he was an actual character. Like, normally. I don't remember ever seeing Yoshi in that game. I've really mainly just played Soul Calibur 1 and 2. I do not remember him in part 1. Was he in part 2? See, now you guys are gonna have to Google that and let me know. Just to verify. You like playing as him in Soul Calibur 2? Yeah, I vaguely remember him being in 2. But I mostly played part 1.
Round 1.
It's my favorite tune in the game. I love this tune, man. I had this up on my Xbox One last night, just like pounding through my soundbar. Man, this is this different moveset for Yoshi. I don't even know what to do with him. You just look it up on YouTube to make sure. So he was in Soul Calibur 1? Alright, well my next question for you then is he an unlockable character? Or has he just always been there right from the beginning? You guys had me questioning my reality. It's like, I don't remember Yoshi in those games. See, now I'm gonna have to look up Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur 1 just to see what he looks like again.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, that is him. Well, I'll be damned. Well, there you go, guys. My memory sucks. I mean, what's new about that, right? Well, there we go. Interesting. I just learned something. Unlockable for sure? Oh. He was unlockable. That's why I never saw him. So there is some truth to what I was saying then. Because I don't remember seeing him, but I didn't play Soul Calibur all that much, you know? I think I had a few nights with it with a friend, and that was pretty much it. And then I never really had any save data for it, so every time I went back to it over the years, just to have a couple rounds, it's like I never had any of the unlockable characters. I wonder how I did that uppercut. That was pretty nice. Yeah, playing Yoshi right now is really... feels really weird to me. This is one of those things where I probably should have busted out practice mode, but honestly, I didn't expect him... Okay, at least he still has that. I didn't expect him to be so different. Oh, he still has that. Oh, that's right, I have to do that rising up. Okay, there we go. Nice. He's got that. Oh. Yeah, we call him Yoshi for short, instead of Yoshimitsu.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, man. I should play Mega Man X3 on Genesis.
Round 1.
Actually, you know what? I shouldn't, now that I think about it. Yeah, I feel naked without my uppercut. Super naked. Ow. Well, I think Yoshi would win against Yoshimitsu. You know, he would just eat him up in one swoop. And then crap out a mushroom or something like that. Crap out an extra life. Man. Alrighty. Doesn't help that I don't know what I'm doing right now. Not one bit. Hey, Jules. I mean, you can say the same thing for a lot of characters in the Tekken series, Jules. I really like Yoshimitsu's Tekken 4, like, alien-style design. I wish they kept that. Jeez, man, there's just so much wake-up time. Not wake-up, but the amount of time it takes to stand up is and do that move. It's just so many frames.
Round 2. Fight.
Aww. Huh. My knee was not working. Whew. Getting wrecked. How was Street Fighter versus Tekken? And did they ever do Tekken versus Street Fighter? I remember, so when they announced Street Fighter versus Tekken, super long time ago, it was basically going to be like a 2D fighting game, like Street Fighter 4. Or 2D gameplay, I should say. And then they were going to do the reverse, where it was Tekken vs. Street Fighter, and it was supposed to be 3D like Tekken. Did they ever do that? I don't remember hearing anything about it. But, again, I stopped paying attention to a lot of these fighting games a long time ago, so I don't keep up with it anymore. Yeah, and his knee is not fast anymore. No, they didn't. They never did. That sucks. Yeah, see, like, I would have checked that out if they ended up doing that. Man, if I can't even beat Law, how am I going to beat the last boss? Jeez. I might actually quit. If I lose one more time to him, I'm going to quit out and pick Steve Fox or someone like that. Or, maybe Jin. I'm trying to think of who else I know that I don't really have to practice with. I saw that Jin has a lot of similar moves to previous Tekken games. No, it wasn't a fan rumor. It was like officially announced. Yeah. Well, what do you mean it bombed? I'm asking if it actually came out, Dad. Did they actually do that game? Because they were supposed to, and I thought it just never came out. You saying it bombed makes it sound like it did come out and just didn't do well. Well, I got lucky there. Unless you're saying Street Fighter vs. Tekken bombed. There's a difference. Tekken X Street Fighter is still in development. Okay. See, there you go. Oops. Still busy with Tekken 7 DLC. Okay.
Final round. Fight.
There you go. What I know about Street Fighter versus Tekken is that it has a crap ton of DLC. I was looking for Tekken Tag 2 in the Xbox 360 store yesterday, and all I saw was just Street Fighter vs. Tekken, Street Fighter vs. Tekken, Street Fighter vs. Tekken. The sorting was so bad.
Round 1. Fight.
Jeez, man.
You lose. Round 2. Fight.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
You win. Final round. Fight.
He's falling for it. I'll take it.
You win. Get ready.
Guys, let's not go there. Please. John Evan really likes this stage music. Other than, again, you're entertaining people like Chris. And we were talking yesterday. He's like, man, there's some weird stuff that's talked about in chat. It's kind of entertaining. I'm like, oh, man.
Fight.
Lars is Swedish. Okay, so I guess I can't really block that. That's an interesting fight. I'd kind of like to learn that. It's pretty cool.
Super roulette. Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Barry. There's got to be some strategy to it, which I just haven't figured out yet. So... his father is Hayachi and his mom's a Swedish woman? Jeez, Hayachi gets around.
Round 1.
Nancy has balls of steel. Literally. Dude, come on, Jen. Nice. Oh, he still got the kick. So down forward and right kick. Very fast attack.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
Boom. Super fast. I love it. Yoshi's always been more of like a poke character. He's had like 10 string combos and whatnot, but they've always been pretty slow.
You lose. Final round. Fight.
All right. Whew.
You win.
Oh man.
Get ready for the next battle.
Patchouli is still passed out. We've been streaming for about an hour now. Oh, last boss. Nice. Now, how the hell am I going to do this with Yoshimitsu? I have no idea. Ah, that was my fault. Oh man. Hey man, if any of you are gay, that's totally cool with me. I've got no problem with it. No one should. But when we start going down that road though, yeah, YouTube might not like it. YouTube's real like iffy about anything that's even semi-controversial. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna have a problem with it. And they shouldn't. Yeah, YouTube will like demonetize channels or streams or specific videos for like the tiniest bit of like sensitive material. Like, give me a break, YouTube. You always loved Tekken's character selection, but you're always more of a Street Fighter dude.
8.
Yeah, that's fair. We have all the love up in here. We get so much love. So much love. Look at all this. Look at all this kitty love. That's the kind of love I'm talking about. Oh, and speaking of which, look at this. Look who just poked up. I don't sound like that. No, I wasn't impersonating you, Meg. Left foot. Left foot. Good girl, Julie. You're a good girl. Yeah, you are. She loves just hanging out. Trevor student, don't get awkward, man. Don't make things awkward. Alright, let's go back. Oh, wait, no. Oops, wrong template. I'm on the wrong complete template. Sorry, she flopped over. I had to go back. She was like, all right, let's try this again. You just bought a physical copy of Bayonetta for your Switch. It was way too much. You'll be glad you have it one day. Nice. Yeah, I have it on Wii U, so I haven't bothered with the Switch version. I need to go through those games sometime. I've never beaten them, but I hear they're really good. I wonder if I could sidestep that. Oh, okay. Laser attack I've never seen. Your cat is here watching my stream with you. Hell yeah. You also have the Wii U port. Very nice, Kevin. I think people hate this boss because he's actually a challenge, and people don't usually play Tekken for the challenge. Tekken is just, yeah, you don't ever think of like having to think even on a even on a Tekken final boss. I like it. I would like knowing my character better though, that's for sure. But it seems like if you play pretty defensively and you play smart, it doesn't seem that bad.
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, I mean, after just a couple tries, I got it down with Julia, so... But I know Julia, so... A lot of her stuff from the previous Tekkens carries over. Yoshi, on the other hand, is like a brand new character. It's crazy. Oh, dude, Wipeout 64 is awesome, man. Definitely go into like practice or time trial mode and learn those courses. It helps out with enjoyment so much. Ooh, okay. Wonder how you avoid that laser. Should play it. It took me about 8 hours all in all. That's not too bad. Yeah, so I love a couple of the Devil May Cry games, and I know Bayonetta is somewhat similar. I guess they call them character action games, which makes no sense to me, but... but, because I like Devil May Cry, I've always seen Bayonetta and be like, oh yeah, that looks like it's right up my alley. But I just, you know, I've never put any time into them, or not much time. So many games, so little time. He's a good fur, baby. It's crazy that cats can become diabetic, too. Wipeout 64 can get pretty damn fast, Dad. You play the later courses and, you know, you hit all those boost pads, they can get pretty fast. It's a different kind of speed than F-Zero, though. They have two totally different styles of feeling. But the sense of speed in Wipeout's really good too. Okay, so that actually knocks him to the ground. Holy crap. Wonder if I have to duck that. Some don't respond to insulin. Oof. That's not good. I take it if they don't respond to it, then they don't last very long. Yeah, don't listen to Dad, Minjad. I have to give him a hard time because he puts everything into like black and white terms. And then I had to make fun of him for it. Doesn't have the speed. Like, what are you talking about, man? You even played it? You actually gotten anywhere in the game? You gotten good at the tracks? It's, yeah, it's a different kind of speed, but man, it gets real fast too. I'd argue Wipeout gets like scary fast compared to F-Zero. Even on F-Zero X's highest, you know, fastest, you know, ships to choose from and, you know, the fastest tracks, it's still kind of, I don't know, you feel relatively safe in comparison. Probably have to have a very strict diet. You'll be playing Wipeout XL on PS1, hopefully tomorrow. Your package is in Richmond currently. It should be coming soon. Very nice. If you like Wipeout 64, you'll love Wipeout XL because I think 64 was based on XL. It wasn't developed by Psygnosis, but I think they based it on XL. XL was, you know, a pretty popular game. You'll notice some similar track design, similar visual styles and whatnot. See, now that's just an outright lie, Dad. You can try to be funny, but I see right through you, man. I see right through you. Now I want to play some F-Zero X. All right, guys, we're gonna no more Tekken. We're gonna go fire up the N64. You'll be 37. You'll be an old man. Welcome to the old man club. Feels like a more satisfying game to play. I don't know. Maybe. I will say F-Zero X feels it's a lot easier. Wipeout has a much higher learning curve. But as such, I think it can also potentially be more satisfying long term when you get really good at it. That said, I prefer F-Zero X. It's my favorite. Actually, I think F-Zero X is probably my favorite racing game of all time. But Wipeout is it's very satisfying too when you get good at it. And Wipeout takes a lot more practice. Way more practice. Oh boy. This guy does not like me very much. See, you're still black and white, Dad. You don't see the gray area. You're like 100% yay or 100% nay. You're never like anywhere in the middle, analyzing things, you know, more subtly. Hey, Jeff. Wipeout just feels like you're trying to get a hold of controls and doesn't make you feel like you're fully in control. When you try to get good at Wipeout, it's not that satisfying to you. Well, maybe you haven't gotten good enough. Of course, you might be a little biased considering you've got Captain Falcon as your thumbnail. But that's fair. I mean, if you prefer it, that's cool.
Get ready for the next battle.
Not everyone's gonna love every game the same, but some people don't love games a certain way because they just don't put enough time into them. Where you guys fall there in that spectrum of experience and whatever, I have no idea. That's right. Get good, chumps. Hey, game's made of cardboard. How's it going, man? I am getting my ass kicked by this guy. No, you're not kidding, Kevin. They should get good. Sorry, I'm just distracted right now. Get good, chumps. Yeah, you should get good. Yeah. You get good and you see things differently. Alright, I gotta stop doing that. I mean, trying to do my attack when he's teleporting upwards. The female in your midst. Some Wipeout guy decided to come into the Discord saying Wipeout was better for arbitrary reasons. This is kind of hard for F-Zero and Wipeout fans to get along usually, despite coming down to preference. I get along with both sides. Problem is there's a lot of people out there that have to like prefer one or the other. They can't just really enjoy both. But what it comes down to is Wipeout and F-Zero, they're actually pretty different from one another. They both handle completely differently. You know, the track layouts feel very different from both games. Obviously, Wipeout has weapons. The way it handles boosts is pretty different. Yeah, it's got boost pads on the ground, but the way your craft handles with those boost pads feels totally different from anything in F-Zero. Yeah, they're very different. Obviously, F-Zero has the more driving music, and Wipeout has the more subdued electronic music. You know, they're in the same genre, but they're very different at the same time, and they're both awesome for their own reasons. I don't have Dark Resurrection. Sorry, man. You've been here this whole time. Dude, Meg, you were here before the stream started. That was awesome. Patchy's meowing at me, so you know what that means. What's up, Patchouli? What you doing? What you doing? You talking to me? You talking to me? It's getting close to feeding time for her. You had way too much coffee today. I've had a bit of caffeine myself. I had a few glasses of tea early in the morning. Had another glass around noon, and then I pounded down a bunch of Diet Cokes like an hour before starting the stream. Hopefully to keep me awake. I am the stream. You like those new emotes, Jeff? Talking about Mario Kart, you recently gave another try to Mario Kart 64 since you used to love it as a kid. To be completely honest, you wasn't as good as you remembered. Well, yeah. It probably wasn't. You know, you've been spoiled by more modern Mario Karts, you know, a rock solid 60 frames a second and whatnot. I still love Mario Kart 64 though. I think it's got a great sense of speed. Probably because the frame rate is not as good as more current games. But when you get fast in Mario Kart 64, you really feel fast. You're like Extreme G3 and that spin-off they made on the GameCube. Yeah, you're talking XGRA? Yeah, that was GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Now, the GameCube version of that was the best one. Looked the nicest, and it ran the best. Yeah, they're almost all patchy, except the GG and a couple of Doom guys. By the way, thanks to you guys that joined up as channel members recently, because it pushed us to 40, which gave me an extra emoji slot. We need another 10 channel members if I'm going to get another emote slot. Yeah, games made of cardboard. Mario Kart 64 is my favorite. But to be fair, I haven't put a ton of time into Mario Kart Double Dash or Mario Kart 8. I did play a lot of Mario Kart Wii, but I definitely prefer 64 to that. I mean, I still like all of them, but Mario Kart 64 is the one I've played the most, so it kind of gets my pick for favorite just by default. You gotta go for now. You gotta catch more streams in this time. Okay, right on, Jet. Take care. Thanks for popping in for a little bit. I appreciate it. Mario Kart makes you angry. The newer Mario Karts make me angry. If I try to play Mario Kart 8 again, which I have that on Wii U, I'm gonna try to figure out if there's any way you can deal with the blue shell phenomenon, because I really hate the randomness. Well, not randomness, but it's like you get punished for being good. You know, you get to first, you're racing really well, you know, you're racing better than everyone else, and then someone gets the blue shell and it hits you, then you get like knocked back to 5th or 6th. I just don't find satisfaction in that, like, at all. But I've heard there in like the newer ones, there's a way to mitigate that. Like, you can skillfully, apparently, get rid of the blue shell. So I need to figure that out. Mario Party makes you angry. You know, that's a game I've never actually played Mario Party, even though there's like over 10 of them now. Yeah, the jungle level on Mario Kart 64 has the worst frame rate, yeah. Oh, damn, Dasan. Well, welcome back, man. There we go. Well, that was one of my issues with Double Dash when I played it back in the days. I was so used to 64 that Double Dash felt like it was running in slow motion. I was like, where's the sense of speed? But granted, I didn't get up to like 150cc, or I don't even know if there's a 200 in that game. So it is one of those things where, like, I do want to go back and try it again, put some real time into it. There we go, guys. It just took me playing smart. When I start like ranting about certain subjects, I stop playing smart. I stop focusing on the game. Hey, Scron, welcome back. Or SQ. She gets sick of listening to her mom put you on the phone. That's hilarious. Freddy says Double Dash is his personal favorite. To him, it's the craziest and most chaotic out of all of them. You love how certain characters have special weapons, like in the Super Nintendo Mario Kart. Yeah, so I mean, I was an 80s baby, and I grew up during the 90s. So, you know, I was there for the original Super Mario Kart, played it very heavily. And so Mario Kart 64 was just like a natural evolution, and it was amazing at the time. And then by the time the GameCube one came out, I kind of stopped playing a lot of like modern Nintendo systems at that time. I skipped much of the GameCube, unfortunately. And I didn't really get into the N64 like I got into the PlayStation and Saturn. So I missed out on a lot of its, you know, a lot of its games. F-Zero X was my most played N64 game, next to Wipeout 64, Mario Kart, GoldenEye multiplayer, and I'm trying to think of what else I put a lot of time into. Tetrasphere. I spent time with some cheaper games like the Namco Museum and Tony Hawk 1 and whatever, but Hexen and Doom 64, Quake 64. But I didn't really spend a lot of time with like the, you know, the big Nintendo games like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. And then that just carried over into the GameCube era. I just completely lost interest in Nintendo platforms then. I did get a GameCube like a year after it came out, but I mainly just played Extreme G3, played the hell out of F-Zero GX when it came out, and then I used it as a Game Boy player after that. That was pretty much, you know, that was my GameCube's purpose for that whole generation. It was a Game Boy Advance. It was a fancy Game Boy Advance. We're getting old and fabulous. You play Tekken 3 loads. A bit on a borrowed PlayStation, a lot emulated. Nice, man. Sure, arcade mode on earlier games had little endings. Yeah, they might have. That dude was like 4x your guy's height. Oh, man. Well, this is just, yeah, this is just arcade mode, Dasan. There is a story mode. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. I have to feed my cat. She's sitting here howling at me. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and... You wanna eat, Patchouli? You wanna eat? She's still there. She's hiding. You hiding, Patchouli? You're hiding. Alright, so before I actually do that, I need to use the bathroom anyway. So this is the limited edition, which comes with the joystick we're playing on. So I just figured I'd show this off. I wouldn't say these are too expensive. You know, they've gone up in price, I think, a little bit. You used to be able to get them for under 50 bucks all day long, but I think they've gone up a little bit, like 70, 75. Fortunately, I work at a video game store part-time. I had traded some stuff in, so I didn't actually pay anything out of pocket. And I got a hefty discount on it, too, so... Too good to pass up. I got Tekken 6, which I won on the stream tonight. And I got the, actually pretty sweet arcade stick. It's not a high-end Hori, but it's still better than their low-end stuff from the time, like the EX2s. And I really love, like, the wireless functionality. It's just... normally I do corded sticks, so I've always got the cable to worry about, but it's nice and refreshing. So, but alrighty, guys. Let me feed her. It's like I'm petting her. you want virtual scratchies, Patchouli? All right. I'm gonna mute the audio just so I don't get copyright claims. I don't know what this music is like in their system, YouTube system. So I will be right back. Come on, Patchouli. No. I gotta play. I gotta play. Here, come here. Come here. She doesn't want to get up. She doesn't want to get up. This is a cat stream now. It's not even a video game stream. Goofball. Oh man, what a goofball cat. She'll jump back up. She'll hang out with me. Alright, let's go back and play some more Tekken. I guess we'll try the, well, I don't know, man. I was gonna say I can do arcade mode one more time, but we've been streaming for like an hour and a half, and I've spent all my time on that, so... He just kind of pancakes. That's awesome. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna play as Steve, and just kind of see how he compares to Tekken 5. There he is.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, Patchouli does that, Dasan. Yeah. Oh, Sadar? Yeah, no, Patchouli, she loves that. She loves the throw rugs. That's why I have them in here. She loves those things. Or at least we're seeing some other characters. Okay. Okay, so you still got that. Very nice. Oh, man. It almost seems like they didn't change Steve at all, and I'm okay with that.
Round 2. Fight.
All right. By the way, we've been getting gold, so I guess I can go in and probably unlock different costumes and stuff like that. Meatball lemon.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2.
Aww, his head always shakes. That's both adorable and tragic at the same time. I don't know how else to say it. Man, he sounds like such a sweetheart cat. Anna's gonna be cold in that outfit.
For the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
Nice.
Round 2. Fight. Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight.
Hey, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Ah. And finding the diagonals on this stick are a little weird.
Round 2. Fight.
Uh-oh. Remember in Tekken 4, Steve had, like, some of the fastest punching in the game. It's all practice, Jeff. It's all practice, man. Trust me, I did not get good at Tekken overnight. And I wouldn't even consider myself really good anymore, because I don't play anymore, but I can usually hold my own in Tekken Tag and Tekken 4 in particular, because I did play those the most. But it really helps playing with people that are actually, like, decent, and people that are better than you, and then learning from them. It's the same with a lot of other fighting games. And if you don't have that, it's hard to get good. But what I recommend people do is, if they do want to get better at these games, just pull up, like, combo videos. Doing that will open up lots of doors in terms of the things you can do. And it's fun. Once you start being able to do like these crazy, sexy air juggles, you feel like a badass. It's a good learning tool. 2D fighters, yeah, I was like that too, Jeff, for a long time. And I still wouldn't consider myself like a big 3D fighting game guy. I mainly just play Tekken and a little bit of the old Virtua Fighters, and that's pretty much it. Not really a dead or alive guy these days, and I mean, I still enjoy playing them. Like, we did a blind stream of DOA 6 last year, and I did enjoy it, and I was actually really surprised at how true to the series that game remains. It's refreshing, because the modern gaming landscape is kind of foreign to me for the most part. I don't play a lot of big budget, quote-unquote AAA games, so going and playing DOA 6 and having to play like something from 20 years ago was refreshing. And it's the same thing with Tekken. You know, it seems like at least Tekken 6 has stayed pretty true to the old ones, but Tekken 6 itself is pretty old by today's standards. I mean, the arcade version is 14 years old now. Console version's 12 years old now. Yeah, I mean, decide. It's like the thing about fighting games is you really, I don't know. A couple of the earlier fighting games are a little bit different. I do find the old classic 2D games to be more fun solo. Not necessarily more fun than playing with a human being, but I can go and play Street Fighter 2 all day long and have a good time, right? I don't really feel that way with just about any 3D fighting game. I mean, I do still enjoy ripping through the Tekkens, but I know what you mean. There's just something weird about it. The thing about fighting games in general, though, is you really got to have human players. And you got to be playing against someone that's at least on the same skill level as you. Otherwise, it gets boring.
Get ready for the next battle.
It's not that much fun just wrecking, you know, a friend who's not that good over and over and over again. At least I don't find it to be fun.
Round one. Fight.
That was a mini boss. It's like a bonus boss level. No, see, I disagree, Silver-Haired Devil, because none of that stuff is going to do you any good unless you're fighting against human players. I think that's more advanced level stuff. That's stuff that doesn't come easy. Juggles, on the other hand, or anybody can do them. The whole mind game thing and all that stuff, I mean, that's... Some people just never get that, even with playing for years and years and years.
You win.
No, I mean, there's modern stuff that looks fun to me, Mernon. It's just that, like, a lot of it is definitely, a lot of them look linear. They look extremely story-driven, which I don't really care for. You know, if I want to... I mean, I don't mind story in games, and in fact, I can love story in games, but, you know, if I really want something story-focused, I'll, you know, watch a movie. That's kind of how I am about that. I would rather watch a movie, especially a good movie. The problem with, like, good story-focused games is, like, I'll play them once and I'll never want to play them again. And they're usually very time-consuming. That's another issue. A lot of modern games take a long time to go through, as opposed to my 45-minute NES games. Heading out, Freddy? Alright, take care, man. Enjoy it. Well, I guess we can agree to disagree, silver-haired. Oops. Keep getting hit by that. Xenoblade is a story game, and it took me... Well, I think Xenoblade technically took me like 80 hours to beat. But then I got addicted to it, and I played it for another 75. And that was the well, that's not true. Breath of the Wild was the last game I did that with, and that was 4 years ago at this point. I have not put that much time into a modern game since. I have played a lot of Dark Souls since, but not over 100 hours of a single game. Yeah, it does, Jeff. And you know what? It would look even better if it was, you know, 1080p. I'm pretty sure this is just running at 720p, so you could see the edges quite easily. Like, if they just re-release this game at, like, 4K, it would still look amazing, I think.
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, no, I mean, I have, like, a stack of modern games, too. It's not like I'm completely against them. It's just there are a lot of reasons why I don't keep up with the modern games industry as much as I used to. A lot of it's just because, like, I don't have the time to get around to any of it. And then there's stuff that, like, I'd rather just be playing that's old anyway because it fits more my preferences. Faster arcade-style games. And I don't want to say there are no modern games that require skill, because there are plenty, but like Bayonetta is one of those. Oh, Devil May Cry 5. You put that on the higher difficulty modes? Man, that's extremely difficult. But for the most part, a lot of modern games are easier too. Or they arbitrarily raise the difficulty like, oh, yeah, so on normal mode you could tank about 25 hits, but on uber difficult mode you can't take a single hit. It's like, oh yeah, that's not a fun kind of challenge to me. Freaking Doom 2016 Ultra Nightmare mode. You gotta go through a 15-hour campaign and not die once. Like, what? No thanks. I'm good. I'll let the masochists take that one. I don't need to do it. I don't need to be any part of that. Really, Doom 2016 could be like an 8 or 9 hour game if you're really good and fast at it, not exploiting glitches and bugs. Good to see you too, Jules. Oh, you're gonna head out? Oh man. Someone's gonna take your last name. This game needs more story and dialogue. Preferably in the middle of the fights, yeah, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, I mean, there's actually some stuff, a bunch of stuff I want to play. I actually picked up the Platinum Games Transformers game on Xbox One. I wanted to try that because I know Platinum Games, their stuff is usually fast-paced, classic-style action. I still got a bunch of Wii U games I want to play. Like, I've got the Wonderful 101 and, you know, several other titles that are kind of up my alley. Still want to do Ori and the Blind Forest on Xbox One, even though I think that's more like a Metroidvania in terms of the world setting and whatnot. Sort of non-linear. I actually want to fire up Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox One. Because I actually played the first Gears when it came out on 360 and I liked it a lot. And then maybe try to get into the other Gears games afterwards. But again, that's all super time consuming. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, yeah. Eventually. One of these years. Yeah, man, Dasan, I still haven't been able to get into Wolfenstein The New Order. I keep trying, man, and I just, Hey, Adrian, you love Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Well, Mernon has now officially become your best friend, then. And you might not even know him. Instant new best friend. Win bonus 10,000. It's a lot like Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Okay.
You win.
No, Uber Disco, because you like Ninja Gaiden on the PC Engine.
Game over.
I really shouldn't be making fun of that. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Alright, let's try this scenario campaign thing. Actually, let's see. Profile. Customize. Let's see what happens here. Here. I know Meg wants to see some cat face action. Oh yeah. Purchase items. Oh, we totally got to put some shades on this dude. Star shades. What? 240,000 gold? I only have 275. Alright, well, whatever. King's getting some $240,000 star shades. And I can barely even see them. Oh, man. I'll pretend like it was worth it. I only have $35,000 now. Alright, well, so much for the customization mode. Oh, man. Alright, let's try this scenario campaign. I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2 just a teensy tiny bit when it came out, but not much. We might actually fire it up after this. I do have it on my console. Alright, it's story time. Hey, Spike Paws, just lurking. Always fun to see the discussion between new and old games. Damn, those old game bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
あまたの格闘家たちも所詮わしの敵ではなかった。やつ以外。
I'm actually not paying attention to the story, so if any of you guys catch anything fun, feel free to let me know. I'm currently staring at my cat. And the chat. Oh, I just realized they're summarizing the past Tekkens. Because they probably realized by the time this game came out, you know, there were people playing the game that weren't even around when the first games were out. Catch it! Tekken's always had pretty high quality cutscenes, especially in the early days, like Tekken Tag in particular. Oh man, that introduction in Tekken Tag I think still looks pretty decent. Tekken 4 also had good cutscenes as well. I don't remember about Tekken 5. But yeah, this is definitely different. It is not quite the same. No, if you start living your life like Dougie in Twin Peaks, you will eventually end up in a red room. Your head will implode on itself. That is not a spoiler at all. Don't listen to me. Unless you mean Cooper, Dougie. Keto peanut butter cups? What? All right, you need to tell me more about this, Meg. You're onto some really good stuff that I need help with. I need tips. I meant to go like ketogenic years ago, and my lazy ass just hasn't bothered researching it. That's one of my big problems. I'm actually kind of looking forward to streaming Tekken 5 someday. I want to hear some of that Moonlit Wilderness music. It's some of my favorite stuff. Yeah, sounds good, Meg. That would be amazing. Chillin' Chuli. Man, they're not playing around with this part either. They're still on Tekken 3. Yeah, no, so Dasan, when I got my first blood test in a while back in December, and my cholesterol levels were like ridiculously high. My nutritionist said that like my cholesterol levels were the highest that she had ever seen. Considering she works in the health industry, I would think that she's seen a lot of high cholesterol levels, so that's not a very good sign. And then my A1C blood sugar level had skyrocketed too. Like when I got diagnosed with the type 2 diabetes in 2018, it was like 9 something, and then I got it down to around 6, which is like right at, you know, borderline. And then when I went back in December, it was up to like 13 something. It was like, what? I thought I was doing better with my diet, but apparently my eating habits were just wrecking both my blood sugar levels and my cholesterol. So since then, you know, I still haven't been great with toning down on that stuff. But I did introduce a lot of like Brussels sprouts and broccoli, which I never ate vegetables before, so I am curious what my levels are at now. Oh geez, 29. Oh my god. That is crazy. It sits around 4 to 6 now. Okay. That's nuts. So, like, last night after my Twitch stream, I actually went and I just made a whole tray of broccoli, baked broccoli. With some olive oil and Parmesan cheese. It was delicious. So, I've actually really looked forward to eating that stuff now, but my selection is still very limited just because I don't know what to make, you know. I went my whole life eating junk food, so... But, yeah, I did find out I really like baked veggies. They're very, very good, so... Yeah, the thing is, I don't think scaring me has worked all that well, Dad. Otherwise, I wouldn't relapse. To baked broccoli? Because it's delicious. How do you eat your broccoli? Or do you not eat broccoli at all? You're a fitness person. I would assume you eat broccoli. It's a question of forcing it down. You always hated vegetables right up. Yeah. Well, I'm starting to learn if you dress them up right, you know, use the right seasoning or spices or whatever you want to, you know, whatever you want to add. Like, you can make vegetables taste really good. So can't eat raw tomatoes in salad, though. Yeah, see, I love raw tomatoes in a salad. I can't eat them straight up by themselves, but if they're mixed with, like, spinach and, like, meat or something like that, yeah, I love them now. Yeah, so that's actually, from the type 2 diabetes, I learned how to eat tomatoes and spinach. I never ate spinach in my life before that. So now I make salads with spinach and tomatoes. But I still kind of, like, pile on the cheese, though, and, like, I still get processed meat, which I'd like to get rid of, but I don't know what else to eat. And I have to have something in the salad, otherwise it doesn't fill me up at all. So... Been a vegetarian for years now. Not sure why, though. Not sure why. Or you mean, like, not sure why you hated them growing up? I definitely know why I hated them growing up. You know, I just didn't like the taste. And I did have a health scare back in 2009, 2010, where my cholesterol levels had skyrocketed. And so, you know, I changed my eating habits. I just ate a ton of egg whites, and I would eat, you know, boiled broccoli. You know, I'd boil some water, toss broccoli in for like 2 minutes or whatever, and then I'd just eat it like that. And I did that, and you know, I got my levels down pretty quickly. But I didn't like it. I didn't like the broccoli. Let's talk about pizza with pineapple instead. But you're telling a diabetic to eat pizza. That's not good. Even if it's got pineapple on it and it's good for you. The rest of the pizza is not good for me. Not right now. Man, I felt so bad eating that Papa John's pizza over the weekend, but oh man, it was so good. Tomatoes are healthier cooked anyways. Okay. Maybe I'll bake them. Never baked a tomato. Is it good? But yeah, I don't like toss a tomato in and just eat it. It's like I chop it up, you know. I make my tomatoes to where they're sort of diced. Chain grocery store tomatoes taste pretty bad. I condone Doritos. I do think it's a little bit different, Meg. I feel like, and you could either confirm or deny this since you're the expert. I feel like if you're eating really well, generally speaking, and you exercise a lot, and you probably get good sleep, I would think like some Doritos here and there are probably fine for you, along with like other stuff, you know? But I came from sort of a background where, like, I ended up eating fast food, like, 6 out of 7 days of the week. And even when I made food at home, it wasn't really healthy for me. So, I was just, like stuffing my body full of just junk. And even when, like, I thought something I was eating wasn't that bad for me, it turns out, like, it probably was still. So... cheese, pepperoni, and pineapple. They taste like earth to you. Yeah, tomato ketchup is very different from actual tomatoes. Well, Mernon, you're also young, man. You're in your 20s, so trust me, when you start getting into your 30s, things are going to change. I eat a pizza for the gains. Oh, man. No, probably not Uber Disco. I mean, I was a lot like Mernon. Like, I was pretty skinny in my 20s. And I ate the worst. Well, I wouldn't say I ate the worst in my entire life in my 20s. I was better about eating lighter in my 20s. When I got on night shift in my late 20s and then through my 30s, that was a big part of why I ate so badly and got into such bad habits. But I was far from perfect in my 20s. But to be fair, in my late 20s, I was at least getting fast food like once a week. Whereas in my mid-30s, it turned into like an everyday thing. So I was still like holding back on like, you know, the fast food. And then that just slowly got let go and go and go. And then before I knew it, I was basically on almost a whole fast food diet. It was bad. You just use that since you've always been lean. I mean, some people have, you know, their metabolisms just work that way. I had a friend that he was like 6 something and he was a stick. You know, even into his mid-30s. It's just like, and I don't think he eats well at all. Yeah. But I'd say that's probably not that common compared to the average person. I think a lot of people have a tendency of putting on weight faster as they get older. My pants still fit, sort of. Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, it's not good for a daily diet. Not at all. Especially when you eat the kind of fast food I eat and eat the amounts I would eat. You should have seen me during the pandemic, man. I would go out. I had gotten away from fast food for a little while, but with the pandemic, at the beginning of lockdown, I started going out to like McDonald's and Taco Bell just to get out of my apartment. Because it was like hard lockdown at that point. The only places that were open were grocery stores and fast food chains. Pretty much everything else was closed. And then that turned in, and I was still working on night shift at that time. It was about a year ago exactly. And then that just turned into like a daily thing during my night shifts. And then even when I got on a day shift, it turned into a regular thing. And that's probably one. I told my nutritionist, like, after I got my blood test back in December, I was like, yeah, I eat a lot of fast food. She was like, well, I don't think it's the fast food. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't tell her this, but I was like, I don't think you understand how much fast food I've been eating. I don't think you understand how much I've been eating. My controller actually died because that cutscene took so long. That was like a 20-minute cutscene. Oh, man. Pandemic kind of messed your diet up. You need to go to the gym, work off your COVID weight. Thankfully, and I think this might have been the diabetes, because it's apparently one of the symptoms is you can have like massive weight loss. And despite all the fast food, I actually managed to keep my weight down. Like I was around 190 there for a little while. Now I'm back up to like 204. But I was, a year and a half ago, I was like 265. So, but these last couple of months, I do think, like, eating the vegetables, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, stuff like that has been helping. So yeah, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing here, and I don't know how to use Lars, so. So yeah, this is kind of like a beat 'em up mode, and they had gameplay styles like this in past Tekken games. I don't know how to target enemies. Maybe, yeah, I think Y, yeah, cycles your target. Okay, that works. All right, Sia Scron, or how do you pronounce your name? And Aquas, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? Trying to gain muscle. Slow story is slow. Yeah, that's right. You guys use the whole stone thing. I don't even know what that equates to. Yeah, I would prefer this mode if they allowed you to just play as any character that you want. Because, like, I don't really feel like learning Lars. I don't really feel like playing as him. But it seems like you're kind of stuck with him. Now loading. Just under 5'4". Thought you were 5'6" or 5'7". I wonder what my height is, if I've like shrunk at all since I've gotten a little bit older. I've always been 5'8". I think my dad's 5'4". Hey, there's nothing wrong with being 5'4". You're like 5'7" or 5'8". Uber Disco is pretty skinny. You didn't even hit 5'4". Okay, I'm sorry. The way you're saying it is funny. I'm not laughing at you. Hopefully, you're laughing and I'm laughing with you. $140. Wow. 5'11" and 140. Holy crap, dude. 5'3.5". Meanness and scary things. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised these aren't just all CG, but I guess it makes sense because it saves on data if they can just do it in-engine. Oh, shit. Ian, man. Long time no see. How are you doing, my righteous dude? How are you doing? How tall are you, Mernon? Just out of curiosity. Good scenes. I'm just staring at the chat. I'm not even looking at the cutscene. Oh, you can select your character after this prologue. Oh, good. Man. I wasn't going to be too thrilled to keep playing. I'd rather play as a character I actually know. Yeah, it's generally what happens, John Evan, when you lose the body fat and you strengthen your muscles. I think everyone's losing this weight with this plot line. Well, I mean, if that's the trick to weight loss, then I'll just have the Tekken 6, you know, prologue here on loop for all time. It's the type you drink.
それは隊長の。
ああ。
オメガ1よりロメオリーダー。正規軍が急行中。直ちに撤収せよ。
ロメオリーダー了解。撤収するぞ。
ですが副長、隊長が。
Yeah, anxiety doesn't help with my weight. If anything, it makes me eat more.
行くぞ。ほっ。
What also helps with me is laying off the alcohol, because when I drink, afterwards I usually just want to I want to eat everything in sight. But when I don't drink for a while, like right now I've gone at least a few weeks, I haven't been binging anywhere near as much. I haven't been binging at all, actually. I just eat when I'm actually hungry, whereas, you know, normally I would just eat because I can, not because I should. I have a feeling like you're supposed to probably play this with an analog stick. Feels really weird. No more junk for you. How's your diabetes handling, man? Stage cleared. No drinking for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. I don't think I'll be able to get 100% sober. Well, I don't know. I have good motivation. I think I'm pretty good with it. Problem is when you don't talk to anyone and you're just stuck in work, and of course lockdown never really helped. You know, you get really isolated, and you just, well, I don't know. This is stuff I probably shouldn't be talking about right now. Alright, go back to Julia. I don't know. I'm not going to go down that conversation path right now. But, yeah. Alright, so, sure, I guess we'll do that. Switch to bubbly. I actually really love seltzer water. And actually, speaking of which, I need to go out and buy some more. I don't do the flavored seltzer water. I just get straight up, just store brand seltzer, and it's really good. It gives me my soda fix, and it's good for me because it's just water. Your sugars and A1C are normal without meds, but you have to work for it. Okay, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, I started back on insulin a couple months ago, but I haven't, they wanted me to take it twice a day, and I really only took it a couple times a week, and some weeks I skipped completely. And over this past weekend, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm eating a whole pizza, so I took some insulin before eating the pizza. That's kind of how I'm taking my insulin. It's well, I just ate really bad. Let me shoot myself up. Yeah. Pineapple bubbly is your fix. Nice. Seltzer water makes you want to run into oncoming traffic. Are you sure you're drinking seltzer or not club soda or, God, what's the other one? Tonic water? I do find a lot of people confuse the different types, and seltzer is very, very different from those. It's literally just water with bubbles in it. You know, if you make it nice and chilled, it's so good. Tonic and club soda, on the other hand, like they have sugar in it, and it's really weird. Don't like it. Yeah, you do have to be careful, Ian. You don't want to be like me, like where you go back and your A1C is 13%. And it can lead to other problems too, you know? It can have a snowball effect on your system. Start straining your kidneys and blah blah blah, and obviously that's not good. So well, yeah, I mean that's why they call them gin and tonic, right? Yeah, use tonic water to mix with liquor, but drinking it straight up, it's like, ugh, man. Please, Ian, eat a vegetable in my honor. But yeah, take care, dude. It's good to see you. It's been a few months now. I mean, it's easier, Dad, to just not drink soda. I mean, once you start nitpicking, like, oh, what colors does it have? I don't know. I think it's a losing battle. Because, you know, no soda is the best kind of soda for you. Well, it is the story mode, Mernin. So, I mean, it makes sense to have a lot of story. Oh, I will definitely play some Darius soon. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, Mernin. Just drink regular water then. Yeah, I'm trying to give that up, Dasan, but it's really tough because it's my caffeine fix. Now, I like tea, you know, unsweetened tea from tea bags, and you know, I find that the caffeine hit's not as strong, so I have to drink so much more of it. Yeah, Dasan's in the UK. He's overseas. Wait, I thought I picked Julia. Why am I still playing this guy? Did they troll me? Yeah, I did select my character, though. You know, it gave me the option to pick character. I don't know if that was for some different reason. Sorry, we'll try it after this. It seems pretty easy right now. Like, these enemies aren't really doing anything. You know, you gotta make that money somehow, Spike, right? Map stream, press start and go to the character selection. Then what was that character selection I did before coming into here? What was that? What was that about? Just unlocks Julia, since in this mode the characters have to be unlocked. Oh, I guess that's what happened. Okay. Whew.
What a mess.
That sounds disgusting, Jeff.
彼らは G 社の吸収を受けて双方ともに全滅した模様ですが、死亡者ラース含む反乱部隊の遺体が現在も発見できていません。また内部で発生した爆発で大半は
Oh, I didn't know you played chess, Dasan. My uncle plays chess.
ただ気になることがありまして、当時警備をしていたのがその特務のようなのです。
That's strange. The lab has its own security force. The secret
DOA 6 has a ridiculous amount of DLC.
全て特務のものでした。
The Secret Service is your unit. Care to explain? Anything else?
当日ここのサーバーに本社から大量のデータが送信されています。情報局に確認を取りましたが、ログなども含め発信源は現在も特定できていません。
I don't like
Falling
the sound
asleep
of
here.
that. Keep investigating.
Why do they try to sound Irish?
So what now?
Well, you get most of the main characters, Dad, and if you just want to play the game, that's fine.
Talking about.
At least if you buy the physical disc, you get all that stuff. Which is what I did.
対処はする。だが今ではない。
They're not kidding around. Are you gonna wait until it's too late? We've already lost 2 key positions.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do much pinball in the last year because of COVID, and
その程度でしかなかった。
I mean, I still have the opportunity to go out and play on location, but there haven't really been any tournaments or anything. No competition. No meaningful competition, anyway. Yeah, and the biggest pinball tournament has pretty much closed its doors as well for good. And they're selling off their 700 plus game collection.
例の場所だ。
Thanks, COVID.
お前の死を救いたいという思いに俺は応えた。
I know. I'll hold up my end of the deal.
期待しよう。
Well, I mean, the Necronomicon came out like a year or two later, Dad. So yeah, it's by the same companies, the same kind of thing. Yeah, improved graphics, better physics, all that stuff. Yeah, it's Necronomicon's excellent. Okay. All right. You got the 3DO emulator working. That's good to hear, Mario. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so I guess it's got like a story mode for each character then. Yeah, I mean that's like the previous Tekkens. It's just it's handled kind of weird here.
Get ready for the next battle.
So I guess with these characters, it's basically you're just playing the arcade mode, but with story sequences. So I thought you were going to take the character into the Tekken Forces style of mode. Oh man, I love Trailer Park Boys. That was not a show I was expecting to like, and I binged it like, I don't know, I think it's been about 2 years now. Year and a half, 2 years? Oh geez. I've seen every season now, and the cartoon series, and like the one-off specials. I can't believe how much Trailer Park Boys I've watched. It's been ridiculous. It's just, I knew some friend, like some of the pinball guys were into it. And I was just like, one night late on Netflix, I was just like, okay, I'll try an episode. And then I wasn't even sure what to think of it at first, because the old content in particular, like it's really old by this point. But I just kept watching, and then I started just to really enjoy it. There was no character select in the map screen, dude. That's why I went to the arena. Unless I have to unlock that portion. I mean, I'll try it again, but I'm just gonna roll with this weird story arcade mode hybrid. I mean, honestly, I'm fine with this. I thought the Forces style of mode was kind of janky anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again some other time. Maybe we'll switch over to Tekken Tag 2 just for fun. Try to keep this going a little bit longer.
Get ready for the next battle.
You met the guy who plays Randy? Oh, man. Yep. Oh, nice, Meg. That's awesome. Yeah, that was Randy. Yep. It's snowing. Oh. There we go.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh.
Round one. Fight.
Be funny if I could juggle him with my elbows. Oops. God damn it. Oh man, only 2 weeks of summer? Man, I'd love just 2 weeks of summer. Our summers here are just so hot and muggy. But it goes on for like 4 months. Ugh. We have annoyingly hot and muggy summers and annoyingly cold and dry winters. And then I get allergies during spring, and so like the only good time of the year for me is fall. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to working at the game store during the summertime because it's like they don't know how to operate the air conditioning or they're very stingy about it. And so I'll sit there sweating my balls off even though I'm inside. Hey, Seraphin.
Get ready for the next battle.
Honestly, this past winter hasn't been that bad for me personally. It's gotten really cold, but for some reason, as I've gotten older, I've been able to tolerate it a lot more. Well, I guess one reason I've been able to tolerate it better is that I haven't had to, like, drive to work every day like I did, you know, pretty much every year previously. Because of lockdown, you know, we've worked from home the whole year. So that's probably a reason. But when I've actually gone outside, which actually has been somewhat regularly, you know, to go shopping and whatnot, get food, go to fast food, it hasn't really bothered me, so. Stampede Raid. Word. Stampede. Oh, Stampede Gaming. That's Stampede. What's going on, man? Long time no see. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? What were you playing today? It's weird asking that on YouTube because, like, raids aren't much of a thing here. Especially since there's no actual raid command on YouTube. I would like to go back to theaters. Ocarina of Time glitches. Nice. You have a good reason as to why your eyes are bloodshot most of the time.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, now you're just being cheap. You know? Ow. Death by Degrees? It's a Tekken spinoff. Yeah, I remember that. I remember nobody liking it. How is it? I've never played it. It's pretty cool. Interesting. Okay. I am Seraphan, yeah. I'm actually using the Hori stick that came with the limited edition of this game. But I do have a Hori RAP5 for 360 and Xbox One. Normally I would use that, but because I got the limited edition Tekken 6, I wanted to try out the stick and give it some TLC. It's still a solid stick. It still works pretty well.
Round one. Fight.
Well, good is, quote-unquote good, Dad, is subjective. I thought a lot of those games were good. I think a platform like the CDI has a lot of acquired taste games. Not necessarily acquired tastes, but like, it doesn't have a lot of mass appeal games. You know, it's got games that are very targeted towards like specific types of players. Specific genres. 3DO and Jaguar can be like that too. But if you actually, you know, go in with an open mind, you know, some of that stuff is decent. It's just might not appeal to everybody. That's fine. I don't know. I don't feel like I really played any truly like horrible games on that stream. Did I play a lot of great games? Probably not. But I thought most of them were decent for what they were. But Dad's also hard to please, and he thinks in black and white terms. Man, I was doing much better than this guy earlier. And now I'm just getting my ass handed to me.
Continue. 8, 7, 6, 5.
Or Dad, you know, you could do this thing called burning CDRs.
For the next battle.
Sometimes, Dad, you don't have to own every game on the planet just to play them. So when you sit there and saying, oh, man, I can only get those in CDI, but it's a very steep price. It's like, well, that's your choice for it being a very steep price. Your loss. It's 2021. Open up your mind now. Open up your... Yeah, just make a CDR. Just do it. But it's illegal! Jaywalking's illegal too! People do it every day! I wonder how many people actually get, like, fined for jaywalking. Hey, I'm not saying pirate modern games, but when you're talking about a game that's 30 years old on a platform like the CDI, I'm pretty sure nobody cares. Pretty sure nobody cares. Shit, I don't even think Philips cares. They don't even acknowledge the CDI anymore. And they tried to like push that thing for almost 10 years. Go figure. Me ranting about piracy is what got me through this final fight. Thanks, Dad. I have you to thank for that. Like Jeff said, glass half full, right? Once I broke a CD before. I've broken a couple of CDs. But it was Demon Souls. I actually have it hanging on my wall. I decided to frame it. I call BS, Julia.
It's beautiful. Absolutely breathtaking.
Now, how am I gonna get down? Alright, so let's see. Okay, there is a character select there now. Let's try it. Alright. Alright, take it easy, Meg. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. I do appreciate it. My little kitty is currently sleeping. She hasn't really budged. Yeah, she's just chill right now. Well, yeah, thanks again for hanging out. I'm gonna be going a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. I'm freaking tired today. Like I said, I've been burning the candle at both ends all week. Which is not good. But, I don't know. I'll try another level of this Tekken 4 style mode. At least I know how to play as my character now. You played Tekken 6 real late in the game. Like, when was that? $2011? Yeah, it was 2 years after it came out. It's not too bad. It's all good, Dasan. It's all good, man. I haven't played Tekken 7, so I don't really have any thoughts on it. Hey, Dasan, since you're a Star Wars fan, out of curiosity, have they ever re-released the original Star Wars trilogy without, like, all the 90s special effects added in? I want to watch the Star Wars movies again, but I kind of don't want to watch the ones with all the CG. Or am I going to have to track down, like, the old VHS tapes? I haven't watched Star Wars in probably, like, 2 decades. The originals, I mean. It's been a long time. Okay, that was actually pretty cool, being able to knock him off the ledge like that. Yes and no, but you have to get them unofficially. Okay. I never did play Knights of the Old Republic. I've heard that those are really fun games. Oh, I got a lot of fight money for that. Okay. Despecialized edition. Have a look on eBay. Really quality fan translations. Okay. I'll look into that. Because I've always enjoyed the original Star Wars movies. It was like the sequel trilogy I didn't really care for. And then because of that, I didn't even bother with this last trilogy from Disney. And I heard pretty scathing reviews from people that actually have brains. So yeah, the Second and Charles up the street from my house, they have these Star Wars trilogy sets, but I think they're the DVD sets with the CG graphics. So speaking of Star Wars games, I also want to play through the Super Nintendo ones again. I never beat the first or the third one, but I did beat Super Empire Strikes Back in the day. You love Second and Charles. Nice, man. Yeah, we got one about a year ago, and it's been my addiction ever since they opened up. Gotten some decent deals on video games there. And I bought a lot of, like, you know, movie and TV box sets. Maybe I'll look into that right after this, Dasan. Star Wars Despecialized Editions. I really think it's dumb that, you know, Disney hasn't bothered to just re-release the original films as is. I mean, people would be all over that, right? I mean, shit, I'd buy them. Because I want to watch what I grew up with. I mean, I guess technically I also grew up with the CGI ones because, you know, I was probably like 15 or 16 when those came out. Maybe a little bit older. No, because, like, they had them on VHS, too. Oh, so basically if Disney was like, hey, we want to just re-release the original Star Wars movies as is without all the 90s effects, George Lucas would basically have to give the A-OK, and it's possible they've even tried doing that and he didn't give the A-OK. I stand by these horribly dated CG effects. My name is George Lucas. Yeah, unfortunately I can't watch The Mandalorian because I don't have Disney Plus, and I'm not about to pay for it. If I take on another streaming service, it's not going to be for film or whatever. It's going to be like Xbox Game Pass or something. Because I do want an Xbox Live Gold subscription again, so I can do some streams, some online streams. And then having access to some of those cool indie games I wouldn't mind playing for a few minutes, but not really like feeling like buying them. There's actually quite a few games. I don't know, I've been toying with the idea more and more. I just have to see what my finances are like. Because it's like $15 a month or something. I'm not that interested in Uber Disco. It's too much trouble. Then having to go in and cancel it when I'm done. Yeah, no, not worth it. Not desperate to see it. There's a lot of other stuff on on the internet to watch. It's almost too much to watch, honestly. Oh man, my head's starting to hurt too. I'm probably gonna end up having to take some ibuprofen tonight, which I've been trying to avoid doing. But ow. Can't see what I'm doing, Jack. That was close. I almost died. All right, question for you guys. Do you want to see more of this mode, or do you want to see Tekken Tag 2? I mean, I barely know that game, but I could try it. Let me know what you guys want. I will sit here for a moment. And actually, while you guys think about that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen right now, so, just because. So, multiple people have said Tekken Tag 2 already. All right, well, keep voting. I'll be back in a minute. Hey you. Oh, hey you.
you doing, Julie?
All right. Hey, Mike. Man, I just want to play some shmups now. I don't even want to play Tekken anymore. That's what I was doing the other night on Twitch. I was playing Mushihime-sama. I got a 1cc on Death Smiles. Played Escaluda 2. Played a little bit of Raiden 4 until it crashed for some random reason. I mean, I was starting to enjoy that Tekken Forces style mode. You know, once I was actually playing the game. Now, I don't know why it's doing this. I don't really have any saved games for this. But, oh well. Haven't played one since then. That's a long time ago. It is coming out on Switch, Jason. Yep. I love this introduction. Harkens back to the original Tekken Tag, but I can't see it. Now we can watch it again.
What do you say to a truce?
Ah, man. I've heard that they might be adding a new gameplay mode to the Switch version of Raiden 4. So that'll be pretty cool. Oh, man. Any day now, 360. I think my 360's Wi-Fi is just crap. I'm connecting via Wi-Fi right now. I was trying to download Tekken Tag 2 yesterday, and it was not moving at all. So I had to rig up Ethernet, and it started moving at a decent click. So it's not a great game. I mean, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know, people are divided on it. Some people think it's the best game in the series. Others think it's just meh. It's okay. I don't know. My big issue with Raiden 4 is just it's extremely difficult. It's one of the hardest in the series, if you ask me. And if I want one that's as hard as it is, I'd rather just go play Raiden 2 or Raiden DX. They're a lot more fun to me. But I think it is a big improvement over Raiden 3. So I'm not sure if you put much time into Part 3, Dasan. But Oh, you have one of the old 360s. Yeah, the old ones required a dongle. I have a Slim from 2010, so it's got Wi-Fi built into it. And I'm only like, 10 or 11 feet away from my router. It's not like I'm far away. It's not like there's a lot of interference. What do you like, Uber Disco? Tekken Tag Tournament 2? I mean, yeah, it's on Wii U. I have the Wii U version as well. I mean, if you quite like Raiden 3, I think you'll love Raiden 4, dude. I think it's a much more improved version of Part 3. It's obviously running the same engine and everything. It looks a lot nicer. I think it's got a better soundtrack. The levels flow a lot better. I think the weapons have been tightened up. So I mean, knowing that you love Raiden 3, then I think you'll really dig Raiden 4. So I don't even know why you've held off for so long. That's so badass. This is all fan service, man. For all those people that played Tekken Tag. Yeah, I mean, you can still buy Raiden 4 digitally on Xbox One and Xbox One and Xbox 360. It's like $20 brand new. Well, not brand new, but $20 on the Microsoft store. All right. It's not in any eShop. What? That's right. Damn. You don't do PC games, do you? It's on Steam. Well, I guess maybe Switch will have to be your first version then. Thoughts on Raiden 5? I love it. It's one of my favorite shmups now. I hated it when it first came out. But it's one of those ones where, you know, the more time I put into it, the more I started to actually understand it and enjoy it. It's also got one of my favorite video game soundtracks. That's a big part of it, too. Ah, Tekken 2 as a young lad. Alright. Actually planning on to get a gaming laptop soon, so the world of Steam will open up. Yeah, dude, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of shmups on Steam. So, and then you'll be able to do stuff like MAME emulation. But yeah, Raiden 3, 4, and 5 are on Steam. I do not, Seraphan. I didn't start playing Tekken in an arcade until Part 4. And I wasn't really a Tekken fan until then. 4 is what got me onto the games, and then I went back and got better at Tekken Tag as well, and started to play both kind of evenly in the arcade. But yeah, Tekken was huge in arcades. Yeah, but I didn't really start going to arcades a lot until I got out of high school, which was 2001. And the nearest arcade was still like, 20 or 30 minutes out. So great for GameCube, Saturn, Dreamcast, and PS2. Yep. Mm-hmm. Very similar menu to Tekken 6. Okay. I guess that's it. I mean, I had we had a couple family fun centers up the street from me growing up, early 2000s, but they closed down in probably 95 or 96. And then so from that time period until 2001, I didn't have an arcade at all, period. They were gone. So but in 2001, I got my driver's license, I had a car, I was able to actually go places, and I discovered a couple Namco arcades. One was about 40 minutes out, or 30 minutes out in one mall. Another was another 20 minutes out in a different direction in a different mall. And, yeah. Turn that motion blur off. Tekken Tunes. What PC specs do I have? I have a Ryzen 9 3950X, 16 core, 32 thread CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, and a Radeon RX 5700 XT. Well, I think it's just 5700 XT. I think they got rid of the RX. That's my GPU. Alright, so it's been a long time since I've even touched this game, and the last time I did touch it, I barely played it, so... I think Julia might not even be in here. I think it's just Michelle, come to think of it. I don't know if she plays the same or not. Miharu... Violets! Slim Bob, not Fat Bob. And there's Bob, Fat Bob. Yeah, so many characters, man. It's crazy. Where is... There he is.
Yoshimitsu.
Oh, there he is. Steve.
Steve Fox. Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, by the way, Uber, I don't think I told you, but the CPU has boosted my performance in games. So I'm able to run some games better than previously. Okay, so he's got his Tekken 6 moveset. Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this stuff a lot, but if you're not going to use the laptop in a mobile sense, then I don't recommend buying a laptop, you know? And just get a desktop. You'll be able to get a more powerful machine for the same price, basically. Huh, that wasn't working.
You win. Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, I mean, laptops are really awesome if you're going to actually use them for their intended purpose, which is, you know, to be portable. Some of his moves are different. And then again, maybe he's got... I don't know. Some of you guys were mentioning stances, but... Hey, Crestline. Yeah, I was looking for this attack earlier, but it wasn't doing it. Ow. Nice. Alienware one.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, for that same $1,000, you could probably get a desktop with a CPU that's a higher step up, probably more RAM, better GPU.
Round one.
Yeah, so definitely really think long and hard about it. Man, I don't think I've hit an enemy once with that move. The sword swipe. It's one of my favorite things to do in Tekken 4.
Round two. Fight.
Haha, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, there are what they call system builders to Sun, where, you know, they basically specialize in building PCs for you. They will be cheaper than laptops still for, like, you know, and you'll get better specs for a similar price, even with the system builder. Building PCs is fun, though. I love it. And actually, since I got my my stimulus payment, I need to actually hit up Micro Center and see if I can get another motherboard and a case so I can take my old Ryzen CPU and turn it into basically a Steam/emulation rig. I have a older PC just for that purpose, but it's a CPU from like 2014. Holy shit, 2014 didn't sound like it was all that long ago until I just said it. 7 years ago now, Jesus. No, I'm not Uber Disco.
Get ready for the
I mean, I might install it on the old FX rig, just because I am going to have to start learning that for work, but it's not a high priority. Yeah, right, Seraphan? It's... man. 2014 still feels so modern to me. I mean, really not a lot has changed since 2014, to be honest with you. I just realized this is like a take on the Moonlit Wilderness. It's got a remix of the music. I mean, I told you already, Uber Disco. Like, I know you're a Linux fanboy, but like, there's no reason, aside from work purposes, there's no reason for me to put Linux on something. I'm fine with Windows. Like, I'm just wasting my time. I don't have all day to tinker around like you do. Like, I work 60 hours a week and try to balance in my YouTube shit, you know, in between all that. You add all that and I'm over 70 hours a week, man. It's literally all I do. That's my life. I don't have time to dick around with stuff like Linux. And I know you got good intentions, but I keep telling you, man, I'm not... Yeah.
ready for the next battle.
Well, the moveset, Dad, seems pretty much identical to Tekken 6, at least with these characters so far, so I would assume, yeah, they're probably running the same engine and everything. I mean, and I don't see why they wouldn't. Why not, right? I mean, the tech is already there. This is a fun game, though. I mean, I really dig it. I really wish I put more time into it back in the day. I remember buying it, I think the day it came out, and I played it for like a day. Not even. I think I played it for like an hour or two, and that's it. I never played it again. But like I said, around that time, I just wasn't... oops. I don't even know how I did that. I just got out of fighting games, you know? I just stopped. Completely. Oh, it's not connecting. Ever play any fighting games online? Not really. Around 2006, 2007, I used to play Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition online on the Xbox 360. Some Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for Xbox 360. And I did play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for a couple weeks when it came out. I played that online. Besides from that, not really anything else. Oh, that's not true. I did do Killer Instinct on Xbox One for a couple weeks. But that's it. You're a fighting game player at heart. Yeah, I used to play a ton of fighting games. I mean, I'm used to be into it a lot more competitively, especially when like we could actually go and play at arcades. We had a local scene that, I mean, I'm sure there's still a local scene out there right now, but all the people I knew that were into the scene pretty much got out of it. But back in the early 2000s, yeah, we'd like go and play in Guilty Gear tournaments and stuff like that. Some of my good friends were huge into Soul Calibur, others were big into Tekken, and then I got into Third Strike. But again, that's like early 2000s, so... Well, I guess my slight Tekken 6 practice with Yoshi is coming in handy. Although, to be fair, Ogre's not blocking at all. He's just like letting me hit him. Yeah, I wasn't as into it as I wanted to be because I didn't have money, so I didn't really go traveling with these guys very much. I went to a few tournaments out of my area, which was cool, but I didn't get to go nearly as much as I wanted to. I was always stuck working. I worked in, you know, video game stores at the time, and they were not flexible with time off at all, so... kind of like wrong place, wrong time for me. I would practice for hours and hours each night, though, you know. I'd sit there in practice modes and practice my combos and stuff like that. Damn, she just does tons of damage. Holy shit, man. See if I can hold on the tag button. I wonder if that lets me play as Steve right away. Hey, Patchouli. Hey, baby. Yep, it does. Just like Tekken Tag original. I remember when dubstep was all the rage. I don't know why I keep trying to throw there. It doesn't work. If only I had blue eyes. There's some really good dubstep, but for me, like a lot of it just droned on. I wasn't really into it all that much. Like I like that final boss tune. Yeah, Jeff, it's most certainly still a thing. It's more of an underground thing now. Yeah, it was very popular for a while. Yep. That's what happens with a lot of electronic dance music genres, is they get really big for a couple of years, and then people forget about them completely. You know, they start off... Well, they don't always start off trendy, but they'll get to a part where it is trendy to do that style of music, and then... You know, the mainstream will just kind of move on to something else after that. I think a part of it is also the kids that kind of like get these scenes going, like the dubstep scene, like they grow up and they get into other types of music. They move on. And then, you know, it goes back to eventually being, you know, the slightly more obscure thing. Kind of like breakbeats and trance and, you know, techno. Oh god, happy hardcore. In the States, happy hardcore never got popular. Thank God. I don't know how people listen to it. Not judging people that do, but I know a lot of people over in the UK, they like some happy hardcore. I can't do it. Man, well, I mean, that was cool. I enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to fire up the Wii U version someday and see how it plays. Although I'm gonna feel naked without an arcade stick. I guess I can get a classic controller adapter that'll let me use an arcade stick on it without buying an actual Wii arcade stick. I mean, I could do that, but who wants to do that? Patchouli, hi. Tekken Tag 3. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, to me, I think dubstep can be really good. It's just, yeah. Tekken characters wear Mario-themed clothing and run into Nintendo-themed power-ups. That sounds interesting. Yeah, the soundtrack in this was pretty good too. I'd say probably better than Tekken 6 overall in terms of music. My job resume is on my face. Oh man. I don't want to stop streaming though. It's like I want to keep streaming, but I don't really feel like playing Tekken anymore. You know what I'm going to do is, let's go into practice mode. Yeah, you know what I want to do actually is pick up Tekken 2, because again, I didn't get into Tekken until, really Tekken 4. And I worked my way back to Tekken 3, and I enjoyed them. But I fired up Tekken 2 a couple months back to do some PS1 testing at my store. And I was like, dude, this is really where it started. Like, there wasn't really that much difference between how Tekken 2 played and how Tekken 3 played. Tekken 1 was like an experiment, and then Tekken 2 is where, like, the formula kind of really got its identity. I was like, man, this still plays really well. I want to go back and put time into it. A lot of my combos from Tekken 3 worked, like with Yoshimitsu. So, yeah, I'd like to get a copy of that. Yeah, play that. That'd be cool. Oh, man, let's see. I don't know. Let me try, where is Jin? Mess around with Jin. Oops, nope. I mean, I guess, I don't know, I played as Julia so much earlier, I don't even need to try Michelle. I should try someone different. I mean, I would like to try to get some better strings down with Yoshi, just so I can. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do Violet. Actually, I didn't want him. Oh well. Yeah, Moonlit Wilderness. That's really cool. I like that they brought that back. And it's got a remix theme. Ha! Finland! Where's Timu when you need him?
Get ready for the next battle.
Grab a shmup and start blasting. Yeah, that's nice. How do I do it? Yeah, I gotta say, this game looks better than Tekken 6. I'm wondering if it runs at a higher resolution. Like if it's 1080p as opposed to 720. I don't know, it might still be 720. It's just something... I mean, unless Tekken 6 doesn't even run at 720p. Oops. Well, sort of Tekken 4 moveset. I think it's more Tekken 5 moveset. Yeah, because they don't have the classic. It's just that. Alright, let's tag out. know, man. Oh, man. I'm not feeling this. Well, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to actually just get out of here. I would like to play some shmups or something like that, but I'm just burnt out. I've just barely gotten any sleep this week. I took some ibuprofen for my headache, and it's not going away, so I think what I'm going to do is just skip streaming for the rest of the night. I'm just going to go make some dinner, and then just try to chill out for the rest of the night. Maybe just catch up on sleep. So, I mean, we still made it pretty far, though. I mean, we streamed for 4 hours, which for a fighting game like these, or fighting games like these, is a decent amount in one sitting, so... But yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, Patchouli, you wanna come back up? No, and Patchouli's not even having it anymore. She's not even on her bed. So, I mean, it was fun, though. Lots of interesting conversation. I had a good time using this Tekken stick and learning that final boss on Tekken 6. Yeah, it was a good time. So, I'm gonna try to be back Saturday night with another live stream. I kind of want to try some Mario 35 because they're gonna take the servers offline in about 2 weeks. So I'd like to do another stream before it gets taken off, and then I'm trying to think of what I want to stream next week. I'm not really sure. I have to think about it. I was able to record a new Let's Play last night. It was kind of an unexpected one, so I'm going to try to start editing that. And then I also recorded some gameplay footage for a dual play, or a side-by-side long play, of Street Fighter 2. So basically, full playthrough of Super Nintendo Street Fighter 2 Turbo, having that played alongside a full playthrough of Sega Genesis Super Street Fighter, not Super Street Fighter, but Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. So hopefully I'll have that posted in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm going to try that on Saturday, try to do Mario 35, and then I had some other stream ideas, but my brain's fried right now, so I'm struggling to come up with them. But hopefully by Saturday I'll be better rested, and I'll be able to say more about what we can potentially stream. But, yeah, that is gonna do it for me, guys. Shoutouts to Ian, who did a $5 super chat earlier. So I know Ian's not here anymore, but I do appreciate it, Ian. Yeah, helps me out a lot. Yeah, not really sure what else to say. The original Genesis Street Fighter? Yeah. I wasn't even aware of a new one. Yeah, when I do these videos, I do the original games. I'm not doing like modern stuff, remakes or ports or whatever, or hacks. Yeah, original Street Fighter 2 for Sega Genesis from '93, and then the Turbo Edition for Super Nintendo '93 as well. So they seemed like the most logical versions to pit against each other, since they have the same character lineup and whatnot. But, yeah. I'm going to try to do some other dual plays like that in the future. I'd like to do one of Clay Fighter, Genesis versus Super Nintendo. I'd like to do Mega Man X, MS-DOS versus Super Nintendo. Some of the obscure versions of Castlevania 1, like maybe MS-DOS versus Amiga or something. Yeah, there's stuff like that I want to do. Should be fun. I can even do like Contra versus Probotector. You see that? I feel like that'd be... I don't know. I feel like I'm just taking advantage by that point, because that's just so easy for me. I can sleepwalk my way through those games. Oh man. Yeah, I want to do more of those videos because they're not too hard to put together, and you know, traditionally they get better views than a lot of my other content because for some reason people like drawing and making comparisons. I guess it makes them feel better about themselves. I mean, sometimes it can be interesting, but yeah. So you know, might as well try to cash in on that. But yeah. Yeah, I was really surprised to knock out another Let's Play. It's a fighting game involving clay for Super Nintendo. So, yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to edit that one because I won't have a lot of things to like cut to or anything like that. So, but alrighty, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I don't see the chat really flowing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Viewership really tapered off there. I think people got tired of watching the same thing over and over. We were up to like 35 viewers earlier, now we're down to 15. And they're all probably like asleep or lurking. Super Mario World, it is not. That is for sure. But I wanted to do this anyway. You know, I was actually looking forward to this because I bought the limited edition Tekken 6 and I wanted to use the stick and I wanted to play the game. And, you know, I had a good time overall. It was fun. Yeah, later, Sarafan. Take care. Good to see you again. And, alright, guys. I guess until the next one, take it easy.